After a traumatic brain injury, small things that were once taken for granted can feel like huge hurdles to overcome. A conversation with a family member, your favorite meal, these everyday moments became huge victories during Aydan Hofbauer's rehabilitation journey.
He was intubated in the field, life-flighted to Des Moines, where we spent a month. He was in a coma for 3 weeks. There were times that I was so concerned that he didn't know who I was or didn't know who he was, or had this level of confusion that we would never get out of.
Aydan came to Madonna Rehabilitation Hospitals' Specialized Disorders of Consciousness program, needing help with all aspects of daily life.
His biggest deficits for me were not being able to communicate anything to us really at the time and not being able to eat.
When someone comes in at a minimally conscious state, we initially start completing an assessment called the coma recovery scale. We're doing anything to kind of overload every system in his body, trying to wake it up.
As he emerged into full consciousness, Aydan's team created a care plan that included goals customized for a teenage boy.
How are they communicating and best portraying their wants and needs, and are they eating what they want to, and how can I help them get to that hamburger that they want to have, that piece of pizza that they've been craving since they got to the hospital.
Capitalizing on Aydan's Chipotle craving, speech and occupational therapy collaborated to create a way to achieve his therapy goals and celebrate his hard work.
It was partially for the eating because that's what he had been wanting and craving. And then another part of it was him being able to communicate what he wanted to the workers. So we brought his AAC device with him and he was able to type the toppings that he wanted, if he wanted steak or chicken.
For occupational therapy, working on more of the wheelchair mobility, getting around the community, looking at accessible areas and how do you maneuver through that, as well as just being in the community with mom, getting more of that normal feel while also, training mom on what does that look like now for you guys.
It was just so sweet to see that, a little bit more functional interaction with the outside world with all the hard work that he had put in.
That first bite of burrito had the sweet taste of success.
To know that I could load him up, get him in the car, and go somewhere so he could have a little bit of normalcy was awesome.
While verbal communication is still a challenge for Aydan, he and his mom feel like they have the tools to continue making progress.
The fear was always in the back of my mind that if he never talks to me again, but I don't so much hold on to that fear anymore because he has an audible laugh. And he does talk, it's just very quiet. He hasn't used his voice in 3 months. I can't imagine that fatigue is gonna just disappear all of a sudden one day, but he's putting in the work, so it's great.